The White House released the American Families Plan last week, and so today I'm going to talk about the three parts of the bill that will have the broadest impact, and then close with some of the things that are not in this bill. Let's start with ordinary income tax rates. President Biden has long said that he does not want anybody who earns less than $400,000 to pay any more in income taxes, and this bill does that. So the first 5 tax brackets, you see no change there at all. But it's once you get into the 35% bracket that things start to look a little bit different. So under current law, the 35% bracket starts at $418,000 of income and goes all the way up to $628,000 of income. Once your earnings exceed that, then you go to the 37% bracket. But what the American Families Plan does is it really compresses the 35% bracket. It still starts at $418,000 of income, but it ends at $450,000 of income. And then once your earnings exceed that, then you're just being taxed at the higher 39.6% bracket because 37% is done away with under the AFP. The second is long-term capital gains. Again, President Biden said that he would love for people who have earnings in excess of $1 million and have long-term capital gains to pay 39.6% on those capital gains. So the income and the long-term capital gains rates would be unified. And again, that was for earnings over $1 million. But that's not in the American Families Plan. Rather, for people who have income, for a married couple that files their taxes jointly, they have income over $450,000. Any long-term capital gains are going to be taxed at 25%. So a lower tax hit, but also a lower threshold that's going to catch a lot more people. Now, there's also changes to Roth conversions and the availability of the popular backdoor Roth strategy. And let's start with the latter. What the AFP does is it says that you can no longer, beginning in 2022, no longer convert any after-tax dollars from a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA. Again, that just slams the door on the backdoor Roth strategy. Now, as far as Roth conversions go, starting in 2032, so this one is a little ways out, but starting in 2032, there are restrictions on who can perform Roth conversions. And it's based on something called adjusted taxable income. And that's a new category of income that the American Families Plan introduces. But again, that one doesn't start until 2032. No, it's not in this bill. First of all, there's no wealth tax. It doesn't make any changes to the qualified business income deduction or QBI deduction that a lot of business owners are able to use. It also doesn't make any adjustments to the cap on the deductibility of state and local income taxes. And then finally, and this is probably the biggest one, there's absolutely no change to the step up in basis rules that happens when somebody passes away. And that was a pretty controversial provision that President Biden was advocating for. Now, this is a really big change to the tax code, but it hasn't passed yet. So you don't want to just rush out and start making all these changes, but you can prepare. And so if you have questions, if you want to talk through some of the things that you should be considering as this bill moves through the House, moves through the Senate, and maybe makes it to President Biden's desk, you're going to see a link in just a moment that you can use to schedule time to chat with me or any of the financial advisors here at Beacon Wealth Care. Thank you.